Hey everyone, my name is Margaret and I'm with the Mind the Education Gap Team 10. I'm with my partners Hamid, Michael, and Kiera, and we're here to talk to you about holes everywhere, or the holes that we have found in the data and what to do about them. First, we're going to tell you a little bit about my sister. This is Catherine, and she went and spent $100,000, like many of us do, to get a bachelor's degree down the road at UNC Chapel Hill. She immediately started working in the sector that she had prepared for and quickly found out she didn't like it and wasn't making very much money. So she went and spent $500 to get a real estate license online in this online course that she had found and changed careers. She's now making a lot of money as a loan processor, loving what she does and the team she's working on, and finding opportunities for professional development and stackable credentials all throughout her work. None of this would have been possible without access to the internet to take this online course. So we believe that we need to get access for all of the people in our state, but we need to do it by prioritizing different ways of going about it. Can't do it all at one time. One way to prioritize is to look at the jobs that we need and the jobs that we don't need. So what you're looking at here is just a small subset of the graduates that we have for openings amongst jobs that have been identified as 5-star jobs or jobs that are high wage, high growth. If you'll notice just a few things, mostly with that we're missing the majority of what we need. Most everything is under 1, with the exception of natural sciences managers, which we have twice as many as we need, and computer and information systems managers. We also wanted to show you the variety of STAR jobs that we have to offer. And what's really interesting on here is the light green, which are your high school diploma only jobs. Now, if you really pull back the onion, we notice that these are the jobs mostly that need these licensures, these little $500 3-month experiences, just like my sister. So we recommend that that's one thing that we start prioritizing and looking for in the data so that we can see it represented.
Now, to shift more into looking at the high-speed internet, in terms of short-term, we want to focus more on the low-hanging fruit. And so to do that, we want to focus on the areas that already have some infrastructure in place and also have high populations. So to do that, we're looking at the urban areas in our state most likely. So now, with that in mind, we also, if our goal is for post-secondary education, we want to look at the young population, the population most likely to pursue the secondary education, if that is our goal. Now, looking at this plot, we're plotting just the percent of young people in these areas versus the percent of young people without access to high-speed internet in these urban areas. Now, these people are the people we can most easily help, and so we want to look below this line because people below this line have disproportionately less access to high-speed internet, and then among those counties, the biggest circles represent the highest populations that we can affect. So we want to look at those.
In this visualization, you can see how we map the attainment data on the counties in North Carolina. So attainment data shows what proportion of people in each county got a post-secondary degree. And then it starts from light blue to dark blue. And then we just matches this data to this map. So this map has 2 main colors, blue and non-blue counties. So in blue counties, the proportion of people who met the threshold is more than the proportion of people who didn't meet the threshold. And as you can see, less than half of the counties are in blue and more are in the orange kind of color. And also, the small circles show the attainment proportion in each county. And as you can see, the dark red means less proportion rates, and dark green shows the higher proportions for attainment. And as you can see, for those in non-blue, we have more red dots.
So some of the questions we need to be asking is, who is represented and do they need these higher degrees? We could have 5,000 psychology degrees and 5 psychologists, but 5 physics degrees and 5,000 physicists needed. So what are we thinking? Next steps, we can start short term with the infrastructure, but that still leaves out a huge proportion of our state. So we need to learn more about people's needs, and we need to build more comprehensive data, racial data,